Hello guys, this is Jones10395 with another airsoft video for you today. This will be how to install your Magpul MOE grip. This is not a review, I won't talk about this at all. You can watch the review right there. I'll put a link up right there. So we'll start installing your Magpul MOE grip. First, taking off the stock AR-15 grip here. You're going to remove these two screws right there. By the way, the tools you will need is a Phillips head screwdriver. I don't know, let's see if I can get that out. Whatever, Phillips head and an Allen wrench. Don't know the size of the Allen wrench, so you'll just kind of have to find that out yourself. But like I said, removing these two screws. Okay, after you have removed the screws, this may or may not stay in. For me, it stays in and kind of pushes out a little bit. Gonna want to remove this. It kind of folds out on mine. It's a little tight squeeze. Then there will be your engine and wires and all that components. By the way, on the bottom of this, there should be a little plate, a metal plate. I couldn't find it since I had already installed my Magpul grip before this video and taken out this grip. I put it back in for this purpose of this video. But there should be a metal plate that's either on the bottom of your motor, or on the bottom of here, and it might even just fall in and get stuck to the motor because the motor is magnetic. So keep that in mind. You don't need that plate, nor do you need these two screws that I just removed from the bottom part of the grip. So you may need pliers for this part. I just kind of use a screwdriver. You want to remove the wires. There's two contacts on the motor. Just want to take them off. You won't break it, it's meant to do this. Sorry, keep it in the camera. Then you want to remove the motor. See if I can get this. There we go. And for reinstallation of this, there should be a red piece of paint or some type of red coloring on your engine. That's where the red wire goes. And that's the contact that my pointer finger is touching right now. And then the black is just not painted, but there's the contact for that. So there you go, remove your engine. After you've done that, there should be two screws. See those screws in there, up in the top left and the bottom right? I'm going to remove those. Just remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. I'm going to do those off camera because I can't put my screwdriver through my camera. It'd be an awkward angle. And you won't be able to see much. So I'll do that, and then we'll be back in a couple seconds. I've just removed the screws. These are what they look like on mine. These two little guys. You're going to want to keep those. You have to have those for the installation of the grip itself. Now you can take the grip off, but you want to do it slowly because there's going to be holes for the wires to pop through. And I'll bend that around to show you. See the red wire? You're going to want to pull it nice and gently. You don't want to really break it or anything. That would be bad. Same goes with the black one. Alright, oh yeah, it's bent a little bit. There you go. Got your contacts off, your wires off, and the gearbox is exposed. Now take your MOE grip, and when it comes in the shipping, there will be two Allen keys right here. This is where we need the Allen wrench. Want to remove these two screws here. Alright, after you have removed the two screws, one from the left and the right, this one is just an example of what they look like. They're both the same size, both Allen screws. You need to keep those, obviously, and then you can remove the bottom plate, and it already has one of those little metal plates in there for you, so you don't need to keep the one that I said I lost in the beginning of the video. And good thing about this is it shows the quality of it, that this is brass threads right here for the screws to go into, so it's very hard to strip. You can strip it, but it's very hard to. That just means it's a way more tough design than your stock grip probably was. So now I will do these steps in reverse. There should be two big holes right there, and just shove your wires through. Once again, gently. Okay, so just putting the wires in. There's going to be a little grip right here, a groove. which will match up with I'll call this the negative side, and in here is the positive side of that groove. You're gonna want to match it up so it's gonna go onto your gun at an angle, just like that. Then these should pop out the bottom, and you're ready to install your motor now. Actually, no, you have to put the screws in at the bottom. I'm sorry. Where are they? Here they are. Right there. I'm gonna put those in at the bottom, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, it's not focusing properly. Hopefully, you'll be able to pick this up. Okay, yeah, you can see those holes. Hold on, I gotta get a better grip on my gun here. See those holes in the back? There's a big hole in the middle, which is where the engine goes through. And screws can fall into the gearbox right there, and it's a really good idea to have a magnetic screwdriver like I do. But for installing the screws, right next to that black wire, above where the black wire goes in, there's a hole. And same thing with the red wire, right below it actually. There's a hole. I'm going to put the screws in there, not on camera. Once again, it'll just be awkward for me to do, so I'll get back to you once I'm done with that. After you have the screws installed in the upper part of the grip, where the grip meets the gearbox and little receiver, you will need to have your motor start to put it in. You may do it a different way than me, but I'm just going to explain how I do it for my gun. It might be a little bit different for you. Keep stuttering. Notice the red wire is on towards the front of the gun, towards the muzzle, and the black wire is towards the stock or the butt. I have the red contact towards the stock of the gun and the black contact towards the muzzle of the gun. You'll see why here in a second. So just put it in, make sure the wires are all out of the way. And there, it's got a lot of room to kind of move around in. Want to put your black contact on, maybe first, maybe second, I don't know, we'll see if I can do it first. This is where I ran into trouble installing it on my gun. You may have trouble. I'm just going to cut this part out and tell you how long it took me to get. Okay, it only took me about 10 seconds to do off camera. And now we are on to the kind of more confusing part, which is putting this bottom plate in. Once again, you don't need the metal plate that came with your original grip, because this has a brass one. Fold your wires to where they will not get in the way of these two parts, and you're gonna have to kind of fiddle around with it to get it to go in there perfectly. My fridge keeps cracking for some reason. I don't know if you can hear that on the camera. My fridge keeps like making a noise. I'm gonna do this off camera because it's gonna be awkward for me to do on camera. I have to do it on my lap, so I'll be back if he wants to do that. Okay, I hope this isn't too much of a weird angle for you, but to install this like properly, I guess I'll do it on camera. You're gonna want to push the motor all the way down. Get the wires tucked in there nice. Make sure this is going in the right way first. You're gonna have to use a little bit of force for this. There, got it. Then take your Allen screws here. Just push them in with your thumb, or I mean your finger. Sorry, I'm blocking you guys. Then grab your Allen wrench. Screw this in. By the way, for all this, it would be a great idea to have your battery out. Just kind of something to think about. And screw this guy in here. Still notice I'm holding it down still. Don't even think I caught the threads. This is tough. There we go, I got a catch now. But yeah, you get the gist of it. Screw these in. Then you will have your Magpul MOE grip for the AEG installed. I'm just going to tighten this up really quick. And it does have vents on the bottom too, kind of to let the engine cool off, which is a very good idea. So, I'll show you how it looks on your gun now. With Magpul furniture installed, it looks pretty darn cool. Right there obviously is your grip. And the old one, pretty nice look. Great feel, it just fills the hand more than the original grip does. It just has a awesome feel. So, that's how to install your MOE grip. Thank you for watching.